Hey Cancer, it's Ia Patsy, and I am here to do your love bite for the time period between now and the middle of July 2018. So I've already done my prayers all morning, and I already laid out your significator cards, which we will be getting today from the Gods and Titans and the Sirens, Goddesses and Sirens decks. Both of those decks are by Stacey DeMarco and illustrated by Jimmy Manton. So let's get to your reading. I tried to do this last night, but I was too tired, and I didn't want to be tired when I did the reading. Okay, so this is what's been going on. So this might be a little longer than it should be, or maybe I'll have to make 2 videos out of it. But there's some information that I just want to share with you guys. As I say all the time, I'm on this same journey with you, okay? I'm still growing, I'm still being awakened, I'm still learning things, and I thank my ancestors, I thank my spirit guides, and everybody else's spirit guides, those other readers on YouTube who I have connected with and who confirm my life and confirm the messages that I get, and also they give information that I have gotten maybe previously, or something that I just might need to know that resonates and turns out to be right. So I have to just give credit to those people who have those gifts. Um, One of the sisters is the House of Oshun. I think her name is Lulu. Oh my gosh, and she's really funny. And I think I mentioned Sandy. She does angelic guidance. Amber Khan, who is fabulous, and the Illis Illuminator also. I watch those videos mostly. Those are the people who resonate with me usually. So, and then there are others, but okay, yeah. Anyway, there are others, and I can't remember their names right now. So, this morning, I'm gonna try to not drag this out for you guys, but I have to say this. I have to get it out. So this morning, I was getting ready to come down, and of course, I have to do my morning Twitter review just to see what lunacy is going on in the world, in our country especially. And I came across this tweet on my page. Someone had posted to my page. I was included in a group tweet. And it was this video called The Daughters of the Dust. Now, I know most of you probably, or a lot of you, have heard of this movie already. And I'd heard of it, but I'd never had the opportunity to sit down and watch it. And so I said, you know what? Let me watch it this morning, right? See what this. I had an idea it had something to do with history in South Carolina, but I didn't know too much more about that. I had no idea what the quality of it was or anything. So I had the opportunity to watch it this morning. When I tell you, when I posted it on my page, I wrote, today I understood why I do what I do. And I understand it. I understand what they've done. I understand what this journey has been about and what it's going to be, and it's going to continue to be. By watching that movie, it was amazing. So I decided I'm going to share this movie with my brothers and sisters and my kids and my grandkids. My granddaughter, even though her iPhone is not working, but whatever. But I sent it. One of these days she'll get it. she'll get a new phone, maybe soon. We'll see. And I sent it to my grandson, so more than likely she'll see it when she hogs his phone. They're 12. They're gonna be 13 this year. So anyway, so as I'm sending it out, I was a little hesitant because I was like, you know what, maybe this is not supposed to be shared so widely because it didn't have that many views. And I said, somebody might get in trouble, maybe because maybe this is a not supposed, maybe it's bootlegged or somehow, but you know, after a while I was like, you know what, I'm gonna send this out, and who's supposed to see it is gonna see it, and who ain't supposed to see it ain't gonna see it, and oh well. It's not like I found it. I'm sharing it, you know. So I started sharing it with my people who have made comments on the videos over time, not just today, over the weeks and months. So I'm going through and trying to figure out, well, who would this resonate with, this movie? And so there was a question that was posted a few weeks ago to me from one of the viewers, and I took notice of it, but I was stuck for an answer. I didn't know how to answer that question. And today, I was drawn back to that person and that question when I was going through the comments on the YouTube Creator Studio, right? Oh, this morning when I woke up for the first time, I looked at my YouTube channel and I had little dollar signs on my videos. So that means that YouTube is going to start paying me. What? Thank you. I've been waiting for that, you all know, for however long. And so I was surprised and happily so to see that. Ashe, very good, thank you. So that was one. Then two was this movie. Now, I'm sending the movie out, doing my thing. And I came across this question again. It was about buying real estate. And I said, because I just wrote it down because I wanted to share this. So it was a question about whether or not they should buy a piece of real estate. All right. And so my answer to them was, ask your ancestors. They will tell you exactly what to do. Mine told me that real estate is generational wealth. They also warned me not to move south past Virginia. I tend to agree with that advice. So it made sense to me on an intellectual basis. Also, and then I wrote in parentheses, I guess that's my ego trying to check my spirit guides, I guess that's what I went to say. And then I wrote shaking my, SMDH, and then I made 4 little laugh emojis, right? As soon as I sent this message, the next thing I do, I hit send, and I get a message from Messenger from my uncle, my mother's brother, okay, asking me, by the way, do you know the birthday of our his grandmother, my great-grandmother? He wanted to know what the year that she was born. So I got all, I'm doing my thing. I'm on Ancestry. I'm updating, they know. So they asked me, oh, now usually if I get a messenger thing, I don't answer that for days, hours maybe, right? But it came up and I said, oh, sure. And immediately I went on the app and I checked the year and I looked at the date and her birthday is today. I was like, whoa, really? Okay. So I was like, wait a minute. Did he know that? And he was like, no, I didn't. And he was with his children and his ex-wife. What? I don't know where they are. But he was like, you won't believe who I'm sitting with. And I said to him, I said, listen, this here is a confirmation, I feel. And that is what I wanted. I told him, I said, tell your daughters what just happened, all right, in real time, because this is not like he's going to tell them something that happened yesterday. This is while they're sitting right there at the table, okay? So you tell them. They can talk about me, whoever can talk about me all they want to, but this that just happened, this is confirmation to me. Because I had asked my ancestors last week, because I have been going through something really serious, not health-wise, but spiritually and emotionally, this twin flame relationship nonsense, and it's been putting me through. But I've tried to, stick my, keep my nose to the grindstone, do what I got to do, and try to let spirit do what spirit does, right? It's hard, though. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. It's easier said than done. So I said at some point during the last couple of weeks, listen, I need clarification. I need to be able to know for sure that this is the message and it is meant for me to know, and not that I'm just having, my mind is rambling and I'm overthinking things and stuff like that, because I've been known for that, right? An overthinker, or at least that's what everybody thinks I've been doing. Or I've been convinced that that's what I have been doing. But I said I wanted to be able to know when I know what I know. And I think when I made that statement that if I get a message, if it resonates with my intellect, if it makes sense intellectually, for whatever reason, it may not make sense to you intellectually, but based on what I've experienced and learned and known over the years, the experiences that I've had, if it makes sense, then that's how I know that it's a message. That they're gonna make, they know how I work. This is basically what they said. They know how my mind works, because this is a gift. My intellect is a gift that they gave me also, and I'm not bragging. I'm just saying this is what is going down. And they said to me that this is exactly what it would be. If it makes sense to me, go with it, no matter what. If I get a message, and then the message said, learn to pick sense out of nonsense. And that sounded like my grandmother. But the great-grandmother that I'm talking about today is her birthday. Hold one second. Be right there. All right, folks. That was delivery. Let me plug myself back in here. I don't want to lose this message. So, anyway. So embarrassing. This was goes on here. So, anyway. So that it just was like, listen, she went through a lot to make sure that I knew it was her birthday and that I acknowledged it today. So first and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to my great grandmother. And I told my uncle to tell his daughters, and I told my sisters and brothers when I sent an additional text to let them know what it was. That today we are going to all watch this movie, and we're going to sit down and we're going to say happy birthday and remember her, okay, in some way. Now, I thank you. I thank you, Egon. Thank you. So, now I call my daughter to tell her this. And my daughter says to me, you know what, Mom? I meant to ask you something. Now, I was with her all last week, right? When we were in Virginia, seeing my kids, my grandkids. She says, she has her middle name, right? And her middle name was mentioned during this movie. Like they were making a list of families, the last names of people, and if they had left to go to New York or Nova Scotia or whatever. And she has a very kind of unique name. Her name is actually a boy's name, right? But that's never mind. And she said this, when she told the person the name, the lady says, was your mother watching The Edge of Night back before you were born? Because that was a character, I think, on The Edge of Night. And my daughter brought that up to me when I was speaking to her. Now, the reason that's a little relevant is that The Edge of Night was one of the soap operas that I used to watch with my great-grandmother. It was The Guiding Light, Love is a Many Splendid Thing, and The Edge of Night. Channel 2 And then whatever time the Edge of Night came on, we switched to Channel 7, which was ABC. So it's CBS, ABC, and we would watch that. And then we would watch either the 4:30 movie on ABC, and there was a talk show, and I know the guy's name, and it is ready to come out, but I can't say it. And it's not Merv Griffin. He was on Fox. But he was famous. He had that show on there for a long time. And Mike Douglas, the Mike Douglas show. Oh, she loved Mike Douglas. Oh, my God. That was her man. But whenever I went to visit her after school, when I was in high school, I would stop by after school, and I would get there sometimes in time to catch the Mike Douglas show. And if it was a day that I had like a half a day, I would go over there. Now, she did not live near us. We lived in Brownsville, and she lived in Bedford-Stuyvesant. But where she lived, her church was like 4 or 5 doors away down the block. And this was a church that she and other people from Panama, it's like a sister church to a church that they have in Panama. So all the people that belong to that church, once they immigrate here to the United States, well, not immigrate, they migrate because they're American citizens. Yes. Born in the Canal Zone. So the church is the same church in Panama. And through the work that I've been doing on Ancestry, there's also a branch in Cuba. Very interesting. But I understand why that is. That's a whole nother talk. But I was like, wow. So anyway, that my great-grandmother was making sure that whoever I touched base with today, somebody was going to remind me that today was her birthday. Now, along with that, I'm getting the confirmation that I had asked about being able to trust my intuition. And that's wonderful. That's beautiful. Because I question things sometimes, you know, when it comes to my own life, because you don't want to project, right? And I also know that when I do these readings, a lot of the time there are messages within the readings that resonate in my life, and that's good. And so they're confirming that I'm right and that it is happening like that, and that is how this is going to happen. I also had the opportunity to have a talk with my daughter that I needed to have, letting her know that this can't stop with me. This has to be passed on. It's her job to make sure that she knows who we are, both on my father's side and on my mother's side, and then her people, okay? And she needs to pass that information to her daughter. Because my brother is the last one of our family, and he doesn't have any kids. So as the importance of the female, the maternal lessons being passed down from daughter to daughter to daughter, it's amazing. Okay, and it was confirmed with this movie exactly why that is and how that is. When I tell you, I was shocked. How many times people have said to me, have you seen that movie? And I was like, no, I haven't, but I hope I get a chance. Well, I watch it today, and it's her birthday. Because that's what it was meant for me, not to see that movie until today. It was meant for me to go through everything that I have been going through, to lead me up to this moment in my life, that I would see this movie today and confirm that today is her birthday. Okay. So I'm grateful. She also gave me messages. They all gave messages. They all started. They're enjoying this today. They really are. And I'm so happy that I was able to talk to my family and tell them. So like I said, we're going to celebrate her, you know, today. And she was a Christian church woman, so she wasn't like a party person like that, as opposed to her, you know, my grandfather, who was her son. At least all the time I've ever known her and all the stories I've ever heard about her, she was very, you know, dedicated to her church, which was the Panamanian Christian Mission Church, and it's still operating today. I actually know the pastor, and he's a nice guy. I like him. But again, we all have to go our own paths, right? But this is like an Anglican church, connect, you know, that type of Episcopalian sort of church. Now, on my father's side, they were AME Zionists, all right, which is an African Methodist Episcopalian, so that kind of matches. And my Aunt Marie, who was the one who is a metaphysical, she had a degree in metaphysics, and she was a reader. She belonged to a spiritualist church in Harlem, in New York. Myself, I think I mentioned before, I kind of gravitated on my own towards the Church of God in Christ, which is a Pentecostal church. I was a member at some point of an apostolic church, and the pastor's name was Johnny Washington, and he was quite charismatic, so to speak. I grew up when there was Dr. Ike. Dr. Ike was prosperity preaching. So this foolishness that I'm hearing in the background, because I'm not tuning into Joel Osteen or any of these other people, Reverend Ike started that nonsense. Before him, I think there was somebody named Daddy something, and he was out of Philadelphia. They all had the same idea. Reverend Ike was, you can wait for your pie in the sky and the by and by. Why not have pie now with ice cream on top? That was his motto. And he would start his sermons off like that. And he had people who belonged to his ministry, for the most part, they appeared to be very well-to-do, well off, you know. It was working. You know, he did the thing like selling cloths and all of that other stuff. Anyway, but I grew up in that kind of an era. And like I said, I've been to all kinds of churches and religious institutions and such. But like I said, I just felt like today was like a culmination of a lot of stuff that I needed to affirm. So it's wonderful. And today is June 21st, 2018. And her birthday would have been 1884. So anyway. And when I added up her numbers, she was a 6. And 6 we know is love. So, love her too. We all love her. Between her and my grandmother and my grandfather, we're humbly giving thanks on that side of my family, because the actions that they took created opportunities for my mother and her sister and brother, which created opportunities for all of us. We have family members who are career military. We have family members who have been in law enforcement. We have family members who are nurses. We have family members who are doctors. We have family members who are teachers. We have family members who are accountants, executive secretaries, mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters. But we all seem to have this political push, interest in current events and what's going on. The same thing on my father's side of the family. It's that impetus to know what's happening and to have some kind of an impact or some kind of a make some type of effort to educate someone or help someone, especially someone of our race, you know, very pro-black on both sides in different ways. It's a very interesting experience, okay? The experience of the Caribbean African families as opposed to the African families that were brought here. They all started off on Barbados, everybody, but those who stayed in Barbados and came through migration uh, to work on the Panama Canal, and then came to, hey honey, and then came through to the United States and resettling in New York, California, Kansas, all over the map. They are everywhere. And then on my father's side again, coming from Africa first, then to the Barbados, and then at some point, South Carolina and down through Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, and ending up in Florida, and then back to New York. It's very interesting, right? The northern migration, that's a part of history. After Reconstruction, a lot of blacks left the South and went up north. That's how we got Harlem for a lot of people, and here they are trying to take Harlem away. There's a history, okay? And here my cousin lives in Harlem. She's lived in the same apartment her parents lived in when they first came to New York. And my great-grandmother is her grandmother. See, it's all connected for me, okay? And it may not make sense to you guys, but what I'm saying to you is that I have been obedient. I have been trying my best to be obedient to Spirit and doing what they said. Yet last week, and they said, stop, don't do anything, I did what they told me to do. When they said go outside and step around in nature and touch that tree, I actually was in the hotel parking lot. Parked in the back. The sun was going down. I pulled my car there, stepped out of the car, and actually put my feet not just on the pavement of the parking, but there were trees and stuff a little surrounding the hotel. I actually put my feet there, and there was a tree, and I held on to the tree, and I did my prayers, and then I backed up, and I kept watching the sunset. And then I let myself sit out there and take in the moon. Little things, and it wasn't that for that long a period of time because I was a scaredy cat, you know. But I was led to do it, and I did it the best of my ability, and it must have been acceptable. So I'm just touched. I really am. And I'm looking forward to see what else is going to unfold as this journey continues. This is the psalm that I was led that they wanted me to read today. This is the psalm that my great-grandmother always emphasized. Psalm 121. I will lift mine eyes up into the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Amen. Ashe. Now, last week when I was out, I was having a political discussion with my friend while I was away, after I was told to put everything down and start relaxing. I was talking about all that's going on in politics and how upsetting it was and how afraid and how frightened I was. And he told me not to worry about it. He said, everything's going to be okay. He said, you know, the first African arrived in the United States in 1619. He said, and there's a place in the Bible that talks about being enslaved and being a stranger in a strange land for 400 years. And then at the end of the 400 years, it's going to change. It's going to be a big change. A change going to come. And I said, really? He says, yes. He said, you know what? Next year is 400 years, 2019. Now, we know the emphasis has been on 2018. So maybe this next year is the new beginning. And the chapter that he told me to look at was Genesis. I'm going to tell you right now. And it's Genesis, and it starts at 13. So it's chapter 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve, I will judge. And afterward shall they come out with great substance. So the Lord is saying that he's going to judge the nation that enslaved these people for 400 years. And when he's done, they will come out with riches, right? Abundance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. So, if we believe the Bible, if Christianity or scriptural lessons based on the Bible, if we believe that, then at least that gives us some comfort. Trouble don't last always, right? So it helped a lot. When he said that to me, it helped a lot when I read it, and it helped a lot when I researched it. And like I said, that was part of this leading up to today. So I just want, again, to thank you all for your patience. And I'm going to, one more thing that I was led to do. Oh my gosh. So, message from Until Today by Iyanla Vanzant. Okay, this book has messages for each day of a year. It doesn't matter what the day is, the date is the thing. So the message today, the beginning is, I am now willing to forgive myself for being hard, rigid, unable to bend or give. Is it worth it? Is the anger, resentment, and stress you feel in your body paying off? In other words, is the way you feel getting you what you want? In holding your ground, defending your position, promoting your opinion, making you feel any better? How is what you're doing paying off? Is it paying you enough to go through what you're going through to get it? It is true that static, friction, and challenge can lead to breakthroughs of new insights and information. You know what? That's the 21st. That's the 20th. Today's the 21st. Maybe I'll learn how to edit. I'm going to move over to that. Somebody needed to hear that, I guess. All right, so let me finish that. However, new insights can only happen when you're flexible. Being flexible does not mean that you're weak, nor does it mean that you're caving in or giving up. When you are flexible, you are open. Open to doing what is best for yourself and everyone involved. Flexibility is a reflection of your willingness to do what needs to be done with no attachment to how it gets done. Done is the key. Done is the acronym for Divine Order Now Expressing. When you are willing to honor divine order, you will learn how to be flexible. Flexibility means surrendering, giving up your preconceived notions about people, circumstances, and the way things should be. Should is a judgment. When you find out that you are shoulding, know that you are in a struggle for power and control. You will not win. When you are not flexible, chances are that you will be broken or torn down. Flexibility means seeing the good in everything and being open to gaining an understanding of how things work. When you find yourself fighting to get to what you want, to have your way, drop your hands to your sides, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this worth fighting for? Is this worth fighting for? Until today, you may have believed that it was necessary to stand your ground, to fight to get what you want. Just for today, bend your ways. Ask the divine forces to show you the way. Today, I am devoted to remaining flexible and in alignment with the divine order of all things. Divine order being established in all things. So that was for yesterday's message. Today is the 21st. I'm now willing to forgive myself for holding on to the need to be right. Ashe. There are some people who are never going to be right, that you are never going to be right with. No matter what you say, how you say it, what you do, or how you do it, there are people who are going to find something wrong with everything. This includes you. There are some people who can take what you say and twist it into something you did not say in order to be right. By the time you realize you are fighting a losing battle, it's too late. They are right and you feel wrong. You see, the challenge with being confronted by an I gotta be right person is that they have a way of bringing out the I gotta be right in you. So it creates competition, which is natural, right? When you have the smallest glimmer of I gotta be right in your eyes, people detect it. Even when you couch your need in care or concern, when you approach those you approach recognize in you what they know about themselves. In response, they become as determined as you. They have a need to be right, and they are not afraid to sacrifice you in pursuit of their own needs. And if you have the same need, somebody is going to go down hard. The need to be right is nothing more than the need for external validation. The conflict created when one need to be right person locks horns with another need to be right person is really a blessing in disguise. The one who can back down first without feeling that they have lost anything is the one who is well on their way to self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, and self-love. Ashe, thank you. Until today, you may not have been aware that you may still need external validation to feel good about yourself. Just for the day, surrender. Drop your hands to the side, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what is it that I believe is wrong with or about me? Answer the question, and you will never again need to be right. You will know when you are, and nothing else matters. Today, I am devoted to healing my need to be right. Ashe. Okay, that was good. That was good. And that resonated. So I think that it's confirming. I asked for a way to trust my intuition. And once I can learn how to recognize it and appreciate it and be comfortable in it, I don't have to argue with nobody about anything. I just, okay. Doesn't matter. I know how I will learn, and I was open about the way I learn. And it is, if something makes sense to me on an intellectual basis, if I can justify it to myself, I don't have to justify it to anybody else, but through the experiences that I've had in my life, when something spiritual comes to me, and if it makes sense, if it synchronizes with something, if it clicks, that's my indication that I'm on the right track, or that is exactly the message that I'm supposed to receive for myself or whomever. So it also says that the messages will come when they come, and that I don't have to feel obligated to do anything any faster. If it's meant for, if someone needs a reading and they're waiting, that's part of their process. They need to be patient and they need to wait, and they need to be doing their work on their side. That's what the message that came, and I wrote it down. It said that if you're waiting, and this is not just the people right now, this is just in general. If you're waiting for any reader to give you a message, and for any reason the reader hasn't gotten to you yet, that's not an indication for you to sit around with your arms crossed and, be mad. What it is an indication that you should be doing your work on your side, so that whatever message they give you, you can confirm with your ancestors that this works both ways. That I am giving confirmations, other readers are giving confirmations, and whatever time you wait is whatever time you're supposed to wait. That's what they said. When you get the message, it will resonate with you. So that's the message that I was given today, and I'm sharing it with you. So again, I'm trying to do the best that I can, and I'm trying to be obedient to spirit. So right now it's 40:11 40:11 minutes in. So whoever want to timestamp it for people, you can do that. We're going to start the reading for Cancer. The two energies that we got from the Gods and Titans book, the first one we got was Cernunnos, shape-shifting. Cernunnos, Cernunnos, shape-shifting. And the second energy that came from the Goddess and Sirens tarot was Isis, protection. Now, I pulled these cards for you last night before I went to bed. So, shape-shifting, something is changing and you are being protected during that, or as this is happening. That's what I'm seeing right now. Something is changing. All right, you are transforming and you are being protected. That's what I think is going on. So let's see if we can get just a little bit. Cernunnos. Tradition and change are flowing through you. Transition and change are flowing through you. Relax and know that you have the power to be what you want to be. Shape-shifting is a way of gathering power and information. This is one of the earliest principles of magic. Like attracts like. If you want to catch a stag, be a stag in the ritual dance. Feel the stag. Think like a stag. Be one with the stag. And then you can better connect with the stag should you need to hunt it. I guess it's kind of like camouflage, right? That they use in the military. By honoring this father hunter, the horned one, ancient peoples felt that they would be better fed and better prepared, and so more successful. Cernunnos is often depicted as a half man and a half stag, although he sometimes is depicted as a man with a glorious set of antlers that seem to pierce the sky. His strength is vital, flowing, fertile, and connecting. Today, he is a symbol of the purest masculine energy, untainted and fully connected with his strength and wildness. For this reason, he is extremely popular with the modern pagan and witchcraft communities and is a patron of those who work on facilitating change as environmental activists. Okay. You can call upon his shape-shifting energy when you wish to transition from one identity to another or shift back into your most authentic self. If you feel like you've changed recently in ways that you don't feel right, that don't feel right for you, or in ways that you feel untrue to your nature, it's time to shift back with Canunas. Okay? So, if something's going on in your life, this is saying that you have the ability to change, you have the ability to withdraw or work with it. Okay? This says that the wilderness demands respect. Many survival shows demonstrate how to conquer nature rather than work with it and enrich the environment for the greatest good. If you only use the gifts of the earth, sky, and sea for sport without ever giving back to those same elements, you may need to rethink that attitude. A balanced masculine nature is one of deep protective connection with the earth and its animals rather than dominion over it. Today's hunters could do well, scratch your nose. Today's hunters could do well to follow a more honorable path than the cold process of taking life. Think also how Canunas would view the common practice of factory farming, for example, and reassess what you eat. His symbols are the antlers, the stag, the snake, and trees. Okay, so this is talking about changing your diet, becoming a vegetarian, maybe cutting red meats out, only eating white meat and fish. So something that you can choose, changes that you can choose to accept, changes that you can choose to make or reject. So this is about free will and the ability, the freedom to change your mind. Okay. And we know that there's a joke about a woman's, part of being a woman is the right to be able to change your mind. So that doesn't just apply to men, right? So being able to change your mind, being able to maybe change the way you present yourself depending on the audience that you're with or the company that you're in, okay? And we all do that, all right? We send our representatives out for the first couple of dates, okay? People, you know, we're on our best behavior at church or things like that. So we know how to shapeshift, okay? We have one way of speaking when we're with one group of people, and we have another way of speaking when we're with another group of people, okay? If your parents are different ethnic groups or whatever, you know how to operate with the Italian side of your family as opposed to the Irish side of your family. And you know how to talk to your northern family members as opposed to your southern family members. And you can sometimes fit in. If, you know, you've had a lot of exposure to these people, your voice changes, the way you do things may slow down or speed up depending on who you're visiting with. Okay, so we all do it. So pay attention to it and use it, all right? And if you've gone a way that you're not comfortable with, you have nothing stopping you from switching back. All right, ISIS is protection. You are loved and protected even through the most difficult trials. This is a time for healing. You need mothering, or you need to use your mother energy. Magic is happening. Ashe, thank you. Ashe, so magic is happening. Things are going good, and you're being protected, okay? You're being told that you can be what you want to be. You can be what you want to be, and whatever your choices are, you're loved and protected, Cancer. So that's excellent, all right? So let's see. The Romance Angel Oracle deck, let's see what they got to add to this. So you are being protected as you go through the changes, and you still have a choice about what it is that you want to do and how you want to respond to the changes that are presenting themselves to you. And this is changes that affect you personally or physically. Okay, there may be changes to your spiritual understanding, spiritual awakening. It could be changes to a relationship. But whatever change you're going through, you can you can change if something about you needs to change in order to preserve a relationship. It's telling you that you can do that if that's what you want to do. And if it doesn't work, you just shift back. And the entire time you'll be protected. Okay, so, all right, thank you. So, from the bottom of the deck, love yourself first. I say you go. First message that came was separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay. So you're going to be away from your partner, but you're going to be protected, and you are going to change. Maybe you have been apart from your partner, or you're going to be apart from your partner, and that separation may change the way that you feel about that person. Pay attention to the red flags. Okay, I'm getting this is saying that this is giving you an opportunity to see another side of somebody that you didn't see before. The separation. You're going to see something about someone that is going to change the way that you perceive them. They may be doing the shape shifting while you are away, but you are going to notice that change. You're going to make note of it. You're going to make note of it. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So maybe this is someone who you are friends with. This person that you love, are they also your friend, Cancer? And you've been away from them? Okay. And maybe you're being cautioned. You're being cautioned that this separation is causing a change in the way that this person feels about you. And the next card that came here was forgiving and learning. So part of this journey, part of this connection is going to help you learn how to forgive and learn as you release and heal the past. You experience more love in your present moments. Okay, maybe it's saying that you need to like lighten up. All right, maybe it's recommending that you take a break. Maybe you need to take a break. Maybe you've been doing too much. Maybe that's why it's saying love yourself first. Maybe you need to take a break. Maybe you need to separate for a little bit, have some fun. Maybe paying attention to the red flags is saying that this is something that you need to look about for your own health. For your own health, mental and physical health, take a little vacation. And this is going to help you learn to forgive. Okay? Maybe you need to go to a retreat or something like that. Some kind of rehab. Some kind of rehab situation, maybe. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You need to separate from a situation that is presenting red flags to you, and you need to do something to either take your mind off of it or just need a vacation. You need to step back from it. And then you're going to get messages that are going to help you with this forgiving and learning part. That's what I've just heard. That's part of the protection. Self-forgiveness. See? So the person that you need to forgive, Cancer, is yourself. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. Okay. So self-forgiveness. So this part of this journey that is going on during this time that you're separated from whoever it is that you want to be with, you should be working on self-forgiveness, looking on and seeing where it is that you made mistakes and accept it, and then go forward with it. Okay, like the message says, what is wrong, what exactly is wrong with you, or is there anything wrong with you? This is about self-examination today. All right, and being honest with yourself. Waves of prosperity, new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. Okay, nice. Okay, so there's some opportunities that are coming up for you, Cancer. And yes, yes, there's going to be abundance and there's going to be opportunities. Your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So trust your intuition about the situation here. Pay attention to the red flags. And you need to go on vacation. You need a break. You need a break from this situation. For your own health. For your own mental clarity. Just for your own for your state of mind. You're under a lot of pressure. Accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Somebody else got these cards yesterday. Sagittarius? I don't know. You have to look at the, yesterday I did Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Libra. So, you can check those and see. But I remember these cards. I know I got a yes card for somebody yesterday. And a self-forgiveness. Well, yeah, all of these. Anyway, accept heaven's help. So, let's see the way that they would have fallen. Okay, separation and self-forgiveness. Yeah, you may have to step away from this situation in order to work on yourself. That's the message I'm getting from that. Pay attention to the red flags. New abundance and exciting opportunities watch over you now. The signs are cautioning you. So, okay, so if you come into some money, pay attention to where it's going and how it's being handled. Okay? Try to make sure you can trust the people that you hire, people around you to help. Pay attention. Secret to success, don't let anyone else sign your checks, just you. Anything that needs to be signed, make sure it has to come across your desk. Bill Cosby gave that advice to Oprah Winfrey, and she credits him with her being in the financial position she's in today. So, playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Yes. So, yeah, you need to go out and you need to see about getting some fresh air, some sunshine. You might want to check and have a physical also, Cancer. All right. But it's telling me that you need to lighten up, pay attention to what's going on with your money, and take a break. Forgiveness and learning, accept heaven's help. Okay, so as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. So if you have been doing your work, if you have been honoring your ancestors, if you've been setting up your spiritual altars or creating a sacred space for yourself in the outdoors, if you've been doing all that you've been directed to do, what they're saying is, all right, we got it from here. All right, so that's that message. All right, so let's see if we can get anything from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. Any other messages for Cancer about this situation or anything else that they need to pay attention to? That's going on for them within the time period between now and July, mid-July 2018. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Anything? Okay. Number 32 is movement, meditation. I celebrate and honor my physical body through dance and movement. Yeah, you need to go out and celebrate, go to a dance, go to a party, let your hair down, okay? Get some exercise. You could be involved with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or a Aries. This reminds me of a fire sign. So this is 5. 3 and 2 is 5. So this is change. All right. This is creativity. All right. So think of some new creative ways to go to get your exercise on, to get your playfulness out. All right. But you need to let your hair down. Cancer, you have to lighten up. You're not doing nobody no good. Worrying and overburdening yourself. I think we've had this conversation before. Wow. Okay. Number 11, water elemental. So you're a water sign. And I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes in life. Go with the flow. Change if you need to. Shift shaper, right? So this is about your youth, okay? Maybe family, okay? Your children are paying attention to what's happening around you. This also is reminiscent of a Olokun. A Olokun is the Orisha of the sea, okay? No one knows what lies at the bottom of the sea, okay? Bottom of the ocean. So Olokun takes care of magic, okay? She makes things happen. She works with addictions, okay? If you have alcohol addiction, drug addictions, sex addictions, things like that, Olokun will address those needs if you petition her. All right. She likes, I think her day is Thursdays. She likes fruit like plums and dark grapes, like and black cherries, watermelons. Though any offerings that you give to Olokun, you can take it to the ocean. Everything is going to be biodegradable, okay? Because she likes fruits and that kind of stuff. You can petition her to help you handle those things that you just are at your wits' end about, okay? Something that's difficult, all right? But this is about changes. 11 is water. 11 is a master number. This is a master year. This is an 11 year. So this is a good time for you to make those changes to your life. This is a year that will help manifest those changes, right? We got 32, which was change. So those changes that you wish to manifest, all right, getting in line with your diet, with your exercise, and with your intuition, this is the time to do it. And number 2, meditation. I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. All right, so this is a 2. All right, 2 is an indicator of a soulmate or twin flame. 11 is an indicator of a twin flame. So you may be dealing with a twin flame or at least a soulmate relationship, okay, and that may be the change that you are seeing. Maybe there was someone who was a friend who has now become more important, or you're more romantically drawn to this person even, okay? But it's saying that these changes that you're going through, you're being protected during those changes. Spirit Keeper of the North. All right, so this is a message that if you live in the North, you're supposed to read the Spirit Keeper of the South. I think that's what this had said. Okay, if you live in the Southern Hemisphere of the world, not of the United States per se, but below the equator. All right. Then you read the Spirit Keeper of the South. But for those of us who live in northern hemisphere, take time for contemplation and turn within. Connect with your ancestors. Incubate ideas. Mend relationships. Pay attention to your dreams. Meditate. The answers are a side of you waiting to be heard. Stay warm. Create dreams for your future. Repair whatever is broken in your home and in your life. Forgive those people and situations that you've been dragging around for a while. Forgiving and learning. Heaven's help. In the medicine wheel, the north is the direction that symbolizes the darkest time of night, the coldest part of winter, the dark of the moon. It also represents the elder time of life and even of time of endings. All right, and the moon represents Cancer or Pisces. Pulling the spirit of the north indicates that it's time to take measure of your life. Explore what's working and what's not working. What and whom do I need to release? It's also the time to make repairs on your physical environment as well as parts of your body. Additionally, this is the time to begin to dream and make plans regarding your future. Your ancestors are close at this time. Call on them. They want to help you. Stand outdoors at night, facing north. Inhale the darkness. Sink into your own depth. In the stillness, an ancient wisdom emerges. So, wisdom is available for you right now, tonight. Go outside when the sun goes down and do that exercise. And you can Google or search engine, whatever it is, this card, Native Spirit Oracle cards, and you can find the card, and if you keep clicking around, you can even find that description. Okay, so Spirit Keeper of the North. That's what they want you to do. You're going to do, there's growth, but it comes after forgiveness. So we're going to get a spirit, Whispers of Spirit Oracle for you today, Cancer. And this is by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Hull. All right, so Whispers of Love. Let's see if there's any messages for Cancer. Thank you so much. Let's see, did I get everybody? Yep. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If these messages didn't resonate with you, please share them with people that you know who are Cancers or have Cancer in their chart. Okay, we have to get these messages out, and that's part of your job to help me do my job. Really? 4? All right, let's see how it goes. All right. 44. Another master number, 44. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. So you have to come to an understanding about the way your partner works. Okay, the way their love, what turns their love button on, okay? Not just you, just the wonderfulness of you showing up. No, you have to learn what it is that pleases this person, okay? And the things that maybe they're hesitant about, okay? Maybe things that turns them off. You would want to know that before you try it, okay? So this is talking about talking to each other, getting to know each other on a different level. Okay. The need to feel loved and appreciated motivates how we'll act in a relationship. Taking time to understand each other will benefit you, as you will find that this will only help love to grow. Recognize your differences and don't try to control every aspect of what is before you. So, letting go of control issues, learning how to respect one another, communicating, getting to know each other. Next card came, love makes a difference, number 31. Love can help heal past hurts and provide a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. 31, 3 and 1 is 4, and 4 is foundational. So 31. One more. Okay, 31. Love can help heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. Love is strong and can endure everything. If you trust love, everything else will fall into place. If there are challenges, it's important that you allow your heart to remain open. Okay? So open heart and open mind as you get to know each other. And remember, as you are getting to know each other, maybe something that is revealed to you is very bothersome about your partner. And maybe if you didn't love them like this, you would go the other way. Maybe this is something that you wouldn't accept in a friend. But this is different. They want you to have an open mind about it and understand that there's a difference about loving someone. So this is unconditional love in a romantic relationship. I think that's what they're trying to talk about. This is number 17. Act as if your partner is here. So this is like visualizing it, right? This is like making yourself act as if you are connected. Okay? Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So, even if you are in separation, be careful of your actions. Okay? That is not that card, 17. What is that saying? That's crazy. That's not that card. Oh my goodness, 37. Okay, Patty, get your glasses. I apologize, folks. 37. Act as if your partner is here. Okay. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Okay. If your actions and thoughts take into account someone else's feelings, you will be more in alignment with a true relationship. If your partner is not with you yet, generate the feeling that you're already sharing your life with someone special. This will change the way you feel and alter your attitude and your potential to attract them into your life. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of like you're practicing, like shape-shifting, okay? So if there are things that you know about your partner and you're not together, maybe you need to look at changes you may make, or maybe you need to just take the time to study the way you feel about those things that you're learning about your partner. The things that you question about them, about the life that they may have lived as you have been apart. That may be it. The next card, the last one, is number 18. Embrace your emotions. Well, that's a good one. No, I'm sorry. I just laughed loudly. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. And look at that. Pegasus, winged. All right? Winged horse. The winged unicorn. Magic. Feelings and emotions are a part of who you are. Allow yourself to feel what is going on for you. Your feelings signal you to the truth of a situation. Take positive steps to determine why you're feeling the way that you feel. This is about trusting your intuition and embracing your emotions. Okay? So, if you have emotions, it's not saying that you should push them away or push them aside. It's saying that you need to understand why you're having that emotional reaction to this thing. So this is about learning more about yourself through building a relationship, getting to know someone else. All right? So Cancer, thank you so much for allowing me to share these messages with you. I hope they resonated in some way, and I will be talking to you soon. The general readings are up for the month of July, and I will see you in the beginning of July, and that'll be your August readings, and then I'll be back in the middle of July to do your love bites. Okay? So thank you very much, and I'll be seeing all of you soon. Ashe.